The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am is fine with me.
What's the story?
Joined your channel.
From What's the Story with Maria? We just got a little zing from the radio station. So we want to welcome you to our show. We want to thank Jim Bell. He is our producer and engineer. He's out in New Hampshire. And we're coming through Armed Radio. That's the mothership. So that means if you're streaming on your computer, you want to stream on armeddigitalmedia.com, armedradioglobal.com, and then you can hear us that way. If you want to watch us on Facebook Live, we are on the Maria Gentili page, as well as the What's the Story with Maria page. So you can find us there. And please, please comment so we can see you're here. So we see Annette Zito right away. We've already seen Annette. There she is. Annette, I'm so glad you're here. Annette Zito's going to be on our show in 2 weeks because there's my cousin Rena Crignali-Bergi. Hello, Rena. Because Annette is the Oscar queen. So she's going to be doing the menu for the Oscars and all that. So 2 days after the Oscars, Annette will be on our show. I believe it's the 27th. It's 2 weeks from tonight. We're very much looking forward to that. Johnny Tamaro has just checked in. Hi, Johnny Tamaro of the Honey Zoomers and many, many other things. We love Johnny Tamaro. Okay, so it's been a nice week. The weather is beautiful. It's getting better and better, I think. More and more people are getting vaccinated, which is fantastic. Today they had a little glitch with the J&J. That'll get back on. Leo had the J&J. Leo, so far you haven't grown any hair on your chest. Oh, you're okay. So far you haven't turned into a werewolf or anything, right?
No clots, no heavy breathing.
Okay. Well, the heavy breathing.
That we have tonight.
Right. So anyway, I think Susie got the J&J. I know Judy did. So Judy's, she's a little stressed about it, but I haven't heard anything from.
I think Sunday. I got it Friday.
You got it Friday.
Sunday I was a little tired, a little fatigued. I felt like I didn't do anything that day. Yesterday I felt okay, and today I feel okay. So except that the news came out, so I'm like, okay.
I know. I know exactly. You don't even know what you're feeling. I got the second shot on Saturday, and I got to tell you, it literally was like clockwork. I got home, and that night I literally couldn't keep my eyes open. Like a few hours later, so that's how I just slept through it. And then the next day I was a little feverish, and I slept, and then the next day I was fine. So listen, what's the alternative, right? So these are the times we're living in. Let me see who else we have. Julie Cesari. She is in LA. She's in Malibu, actually. Julie, I'm so happy to see you. She calls it Happy Land. It is Happy Land. It looks beautiful out there. I'm going to get out. I love California so much, and I'm going to get out there again soon, very soon. So I hope maybe I'll run into you, Julie. I love you. And please
give me so much fun. A Maria tour in California.
I love California. And when I was there, I got to see Ken Patton, of course, our friend Ken Patton of Ken's Perfect Gems, which he's added another flavor to his friendship series. I saw that little video. That was great. Do you know what I did?
Also cooking with his, he's preparing the series where he's cooking them in certain recipes.
Oh, really?
Is it jelly donut?
Is it on YouTube?
I don't think it's out yet. I think he posted pictures that I saw.
Okay.
But the series is coming up.
I'd be very interested to see that. Look who's popped in. Catherine Salvio, our mutual friend. And Leo, your duet partner in our show, when we did our show at the Duplex. Catherine was your duet partner.
And Edie Gourmet, me and her.
Right. She was your Edie Gourmet. To your
my darling baby, that's love.
To your Steve Lawrence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was so fun. What a great show that was. Look who's joined us, Eudenia Mesa.
Senator Mesa.
Senator Mesa, as you call her. The alternative is not being freaked out because I said about the shot. What's the alternative? I know, honey. And poor Judy, she's already someone that educates herself a lot and does, you know how they say paranoia is having all the facts? Have you ever heard that? Well, It's like that. Judy's one of those facts people. She reads and reads and reads and reads and does research and research. So anyway. But I think it's going to be fine, so let's all hang in there.
The only thing is that it's only a fact until it happens. Right. After it happens, then, then it's history, it's a fact. Until then.
And Judy, today I heard on the news after we spoke that amount of people per millions have blood clots anyway, experience. So they're just being overly cautious. I think maybe you'll have superpowers, though, after this. We were watching Thunder something the other day with Melissa McCarthy and Viola Davis.
Yeah.
It was so funny. So maybe it'll be like that, honey. Who knows? So when Zito says, better to have a ghost sickness than a sickness, yes. And Catherine Salvio. Catherine, I don't remember which shot you got. Did you get the Pfizer? I think she got the Pfizer. I got the Moderna. My whole family got the Moderna. So we'll see what happens. What are we going to do? So John Pandish is watching. Hi, John Pandish, sweetheart. Anthony Valbero is watching. Anthony, I love all your posts. Anthony, maybe one of these days we can get him on. He's like a set designer. He does the most amazing work. I would love to get you on sometimes, Anthony, if we can manage that. Yes, Catherine says she got the Pfizer. Okay, so tonight we have two beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guests. Both wonderful people that I enjoy. I've worked with both of them in different settings. And when I was talking to Leo before the show, I said, these are two people that I just really love and enjoy. They're funny, they're kind, they're great energy to be around. So we have Joe Regan and Ge Enrique. Yes, in one show. Two sweethearts. This is the sweetheart show.
And Joe's been doing the virtual piano bar every week. So he's coming out of practicing every week. Very fortunate to be able to play in that. We have a little bit of him if you want to watch.
Yes, please. Let's show a little clip of Joe in virtual piano bar. Joe Regan, hit it, Leo.
I'm hitting it.
All right. So there's our friend Joe.
I know what possessed me. I love margaritas. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists covered with oil, strumming my sixth string up on my front porch swing, and smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasted away in Margaritaville. Searching for my old lost shaker of salt.
Where's the salt? Where's the...
Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I think it could be my fault.
Joe Regan, everybody. Let's bring him on. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Maria. Oh, am I on yet?
Yes, you are, honey bunny. So you've... Oh, what happened? Try again. Oh, all right. You know what? We're gonna keep going on the radio, but we're gonna pop back on. All right. There's Leo's brought me back on. Sometimes crazy things happen.
And again, there she is.
All right. There we are. Okay.
There she
Beautiful.
is.
Leo, nice job. Nice segue.
Oh, you see?
Yeah. I'm telling you, too powerful for the show, Joe. How are you doing, honey?
I'm doing good. It's an unusual. I have this. I have a setup for a virtual piano bar.
Yeah.
So I have like my Mac, my iMac looks into the studio and it looks just at a certain angle with certain lights. So like everything looks all weird to me right now.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the lighting's bad and everything, but that's because it's the iPad, whatever.
Yeah, no, but you look great, Joe. You look very good, so don't worry about that. But you know what it is in this new virtual world that we have actually adjusted to quite well, if you ask me, where we're so used to doing things this way now that when we even shift a little bit, so you've been doing virtual piano bar. Is it like every week now, or?
Yes.
Okay. And tell us what that is, how people can plug into that if they want to.
Yes. I just wanted to check one. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, because I can't hear myself, so I feel...
No, we totally hear you, honey.
I do the virtual piano bar every week. I started last April, I think, when John Richardson and Jonathan Hawkins, colleagues of mine from Provincetown, I worked with them up in Provincetown some summers.
Yes, I remember that. What was the club that you used to work at?
It was called Tin Pan Alley and also the Crown.
Right, Tin Pan Alley, the Crown. Yes, I remember that.
Well, the Crown. They're two different places. Tin Pan Alley is one place,
and then the Crown is the Crown and Anchor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
are you going to be there this summer at all?
I don't know yet.
Okay, but let's keep everybody posted on that.
Yeah, because I usually make arrangements so that when I do it, I usually go on vacation and I let them, because the club owners said, let us know and we'll slot you in during the week that you're here. So it's always worked out.
Yeah.
That because unless you're a headliner that's going to be doing a whole week,
right.
They don't pay for housing.
Okay.
When you're performing.
Yeah, that's great. You mean at the Crown and Anchor?
Yeah, well, at the Crown they will for like Linda Lavin.
Yeah.
And and Michael Feinstein. They'll put them up in the hotel.
Right.
But otherwise, they expect you to get your own housing.
Yeah, of course.
When you're performing, so it works out. Though I usually go for a week every summer.
Yeah.
But except last year, we didn't get a chance to go.
I know.
Unfortunately.
But I think that they're slowly reopening this year, which I'm so excited about because Provincetown is one of my favorite places ever. I mean, I just love it there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's like gay Disneyland. I always say.
Yes, it really is. And I mean, I've been going there since I was 18. And yeah. So that's a long, because I grew up in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, so the Cape was very,
very accessible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now, virtual piano bar you've been doing, and also, you and I know each other from many, many places. We know each other from piano bar, of course, and also you used to do vocalese with Eva Swan. That's when I think I first met you. That was many, many years ago, and you used to volunteer.
Didn't we meet at the Duplex?
I think
in
were
like
playing
2000.
Yeah, but before that, Joe, I think I knew you before that from Rose's Turn,
and
from Mama's, and then you would come to the Duplex, of course. But then we also worked together in that scene, and then you are also a teacher at the Mayo Performing Arts Center, as am I. So we often run into each other on the same days, going to different classes that we teach.
Yes.
And are you teaching again now? Have you started?
I am. As a matter of fact, we just started this semester. They've started online classes and in-person classes. But the in-person classes have to be, they have a maximum of 8.
Oh.
Because for spacing and everything like that in the classrooms. And we're used to having like 15 or 20.
Right.
But so the classes are kind of small, but the online classes are a little bit bigger. They still have those.
Yeah.
So I helped out Jonathan Rodriguez tonight with one of his online classes because he and I have a Wednesday class online. We're doing with the 7 and 8 year olds. We're doing Aladdin.
Oh wow!
And with the 9 to 11-year-olds, we're doing Oliver.
That's wonderful.
But they're doing it online, so it's interesting to watch. Tonight, I helped do the online Zoom class, but it's all Zoom and online, and then only one person at a time can sing. So, like, even though there's big group numbers, they make it so that one person's singing at a time.
Okay.
In the online class, and then the in-person class, we're doing the whole thing normal, except there are masks.
I got to tell you, it's just incredible what's happened over there at Mayo. Like I'm just in awe of the way that they've arranged everything, and really, it's so safe, and that you can decide the way you want to do it. And because boy, do I miss our kids! Don't you miss the kids?
I did so much, and you should see when we first went back in person. They were so excited and so happy. But so was I.
Yes,
to
I
actually
know.
be
It
in the
also
classroom
makes you
once again.
emotional, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You realize.
But it's also this in the same way we're sort of sliding back. Like after we had outdoor piano bar at
Mama's.
Don't Tell Mama during the summer, but then we stopped in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And but we're starting again this week.
Right, that was my
Thursday night we start.
So this Thursday night, which is I believe the 15th,
Mm-hmm.
Don't Tell Mama's reopens. And are you working that Thursday?
No, I do work. Everyone's working their normal shifts. My shifts are Tuesday.
Okay.
And I would usually work from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. But now I'm going to be Tuesday from 6 to 11 p.m. because we have to stay within the hours.
Right, yeah, just
that
like
you're
Brandy's when because I'm at Brandy's usually once or twice a week. I've been doing Brandy's and Stonewall as well. And same thing, we are there from 6 to 11.
Yeah.
For now, I think it'll expand as time goes on. But
It will. As the occupancy arrangements go up and people are allowed to have more people inside.
right,
I'm also playing at a new place. It's not a new place. It's been there for 100
Mimi's,
years.
right?
Mimi's at 52nd and 2nd.
Now I want to, let's put that down because a lot of these other clubs, 52nd and 2nd, people do have heard of, but I had never heard of Mimi's except Jim Lazar from Brandy's, of course, the owner of Brandy's. I know was there recently and with John Bronston and Frank, and they had a wonderful experience. And I said, "What made you go to Mimi's?" They were like, "Joe Regan was there."
Uh-huh.
So what nights are you at Mimi's?
Friday.
Friday, what to what?
From 7 to 11. But as time goes by, it's really, it should be from like 9 until 2:30.
Okay.
It'll be like normal piano bar time.
And that is a restaurant, a wonderful Italian restaurant, right?
Yes, and the famous, there was a pianist named Hunter, I forgot what his last name was, but he went by Chicken Delicious, and there was all these things that were written about him in the New York Times. There were articles all about him. He was there's pictures of Michael Feinstein and Liza Minnelli, sitting at his bar while he was playing. He was really an unusual character. He'd wear really elaborate costumes, but it's a Midtown East crowd.
Yeah,
it's right by Citicorp Center.
Okay,
and so the crowd is not a Broadway crowd, but it's a sophisticated crowd. They love, because I'm used to playing pop and rock in the piano bar.
Right.
They want American standards.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I'm not on. They haven't updated this part of the website yet, so I'm not on this part of the website because that was left over from before COVID.
Okay.
But
it looks beautiful. It looks really nice.
It's really beautiful.
Hey, Judy, we should go. We should go to Mimi's and check out.
Oh yeah, because they've got plexiglass barriers and everything, but everyone that works there is fully vaccinated. The people, when they get it from their tables, they use masks and everything.
Yeah.
But New Yorkers are pretty hip and pretty savvy.
Absolutely.
They're not being rude
or foolish
about not wearing masks.
Yeah. No, I agree. Same thing at Brandy's and Stonewall. Everybody's there has had at least one shot, but I think almost everybody's fully vaccinated. Same thing at Brandy's, and we just are super careful. And we wear our masks the whole time. When people are eating or drinking, they take their mask off. But if they go to the ladies' room or whatever, they put it back on. And I think, I agree with you, Joe. New Yorkers are most New Yorkers. I mean, you still have your little boroughs that are doing their own thing. But, we don't have to mention. We all know who they are.
Yeah.
But I think it's wonderful. Now, let's check in with some of our people that say hello. Ruby Rims, our mutual beautiful friend Ruby Rims, says hello.
Like Ruby?
Yes, who doesn't love Ruby Rims? And Frank Skillern has checked in. Suzanne Murray, Sergeant Suzanne, hi, sweetheart. She's in Florida right now. Shep Pamplin has checked in. So these are all our buddies that are watching the show. And Johnny tomorrow. Okay, good. So, Joe, now, your days are almost back to, because I know both of us are people that have very busy schedules, but you really have gone like full in again, right?
Sort of. I mean, my 2 shifts in New Jersey at a place called 16 Prospect, I play on Thursday and Sunday there. They are not back yet because they're not going to put the music back until they're back at like close to 100% occupancy.
Right.
Because
it's not worth it for them
financially. If you pay the musicians, but I have offered them when we begin again, I'm going to be willing to start again for free and just play for tips.
Oh, Joe, that's really nice of you.
Just to get the ball rolling again, because I want to make sure that the job holds.
Right.
Well, and
will you let us know when that is? Because
yes.
We'll just spread the word in New Jersey and we'll come see you.
Mm-hmm. But they're going to be they are very generous.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, out there, you make don't tell Mama we get paid. I don't want to give numbers, but say like let's use $1. Right. Say you get $1 shift pay, but you make $3 in tips.
Right.
In New Jersey, you make $3 in shift pay and $1 in tips.
Ah, very interesting.
So use your imagination as to what we make in the piano bar.
So,
make one, be whatever. So in New Jersey, you make a lot of money for a shift, but the tips aren't nearly as the $300 or $400 that you would get in the theater district when it's like it's busy.
Yeah.
But
and Mama's now, because there is no Broadway right now. Are people still coming out?
Well, they did during the summer,
yeah.
but it was New Yorkers that were coming.
Right.
And we weren't doing the bang-up business that we were used to doing.
Right.
Because we would start cranking at, we would be relatively busy from 9 until like 10:30. And like as soon as the shows got out, boom, it would hit. And we would be mobbed from then until, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right, right.
And
well, they're saying September now, right? They're shooting for September for those. I personally think that once they open, people will come flooding back.
I think they will too. I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm one of those people that I can't wait to go back to a show. I can't wait. And I know, like, I have relatives and friends in other states that cannot. They keep calling and texting, like, when can we come back? When is it okay to come? I said, you can come now. I mean, it's just not Broadway, but they really want to support artists, and they miss New York, and they miss the magic that is New York.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's nothing like it.
But just like we miss being able to go to Provincetown or, to go anywhere.
Absolutely, I agree. There's nothing like it. And yeah, I was wondering about Provincetown because I have I have lots of friends that work there in the summertime, and last year I know nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Or people
they for people who lived in Provincetown,
right?
Who lived there. That was John Richardson lives there. That's why he and Jonathan Hawkins were able to. And Jonathan has experience as a producer, so he hooked up with the producers, the owner of The Crown, and produced a summer series. They built an outdoor stage.
Wow.
All right on the beach, right by the pool on the beach.
That is really incredible, actually.
And that's how they're able to do it. Last summer, though, I do, in addition to the Mayo Performing Arts Center, where we work, I also am part of education and outreach at the Paper Mill Playhouse, and they built an outdoor stage and had a cabaret series.
Joe, I didn't know that. I didn't know about the Paper Mill. I'm going to write that down.
The Paper Mill Playhouse started they built an outdoor stage, and they were looking, and they hired Susie Spidell and I to do to be the opening act for the cabaret.
Wow.
And they were trying to decide what to call it, and Susie and I were able to name it. We were thinking, well, it's on it's the name of the brook is called it's Brookside Drive.
Okay.
So we said, let's call it the Brookside Cabaret. And it was really
wow.
It worked out very well.
Yeah, and that's such a great place. So you see, everybody is trying different things, and I am in awe of these establishments that have stayed open and like barely hanging on by a thread financially, but they have managed to find a way to keep the magic going and the pulse going. I'm just like, it actually sometimes brings me to tears when I think about it, because I can't imagine owning a place like that and having your dreams shattered, and or having to just think, what am I going to do next? And I know, like at Brandy's, they did a lot of fundraisers, and these theaters, like, how have these theaters survived? And
Well, they're not from the Mayo Performing Arts Center and the Paper Mill are both non-for-profits.
Right.
And they've got boards and development departments who the donors have really kept the theater together.
Yeah, thank God.
So that when things come back, they're going to be able to come back strong. But they've also done some online things.
Fundraisers and things like that.
Sally Mays just reprised her role as, in Pete and Keeley at the Paper Mill. They did a virtual Pete and Keeley that's going to be streaming starting this week.
Wow, that's really cool.
But so they have done some online stuff using the interior of the theater, and the Brookside Cabaret is going to be opening in May.
That's amazing.
So we'll be doing outdoor cabaret stuff again.
And I like it. I got to tell you, one of the silver linings of this whole thing is that people did start performing outside, which we really hadn't. I mean, there were certain places like that I think of, like Tanglewood, and like growing up in Massachusetts, there was a lot of that outdoor stuff. And I know even parts of New Jersey, like down by the shore, there's a lot of outdoor.
Oh yeah.
But we really in the city didn't have much outdoor. I got to say.
We didn't, and I'm wondering, like, are you guys still full? You guys were full at Brandy's even in Christmas Day. I mean, you guys were crowded.
Yeah, Brandy's, I got to say, I'm with you about the East Side. I know the East Side gets a bad rap sometimes in certain ways, but I got to tell you, I really enjoy that crowd because I feel like if they show up, they are there to listen. And there's a certain respect factor. Most of them are not entertainers. They're in other, they're in finance, they're doctors, they're in just different fields that we would be in. They're not so much creatives. Whereas the West Side is more, the creatives tend to live on the West Side. And I find that the clientele is super appreciative of what we do. They're almost in awe of it. And there's just this, and they usually tend to be very good tippers.
I have found at Brandy's, the East Side.
Yeah.
You can have such a wonderful experience, but in a piano, you know from working in piano bars, sometimes you have a night that is a shit show.
Right.
It's just drunk, crazy.
You don't know it's unpredictable.
Yeah, it's unpredictable, and it's really going out of control.
Right.
We've all had out of control nights, and we've had magical nights.
Right.
Where like the audience is in the palm of your hand, and they love everything you do.
Yeah.
But I can say, from people that I know that work at Brandy's a lot, I've only worked at Brandy's a couple of times.
Yeah.
That the crowd at Brandy's can be magical, but just as they can be more magical than Mama's, they can be worse than Mama's too.
Well,
if you get a bad crowd at Brandy's, that's like, whoa, boy.
It's an extreme,
go.
because I've worked at the Duplex, I've worked at Brandy's, and now I'm working at Stonewall now. And, the Stonewall crowd is very, very, very young. We're getting a lot of NYU, that kind of young. And Brandy's tends to be like that Upper East Side, but it depends on the age as well. And the same thing with the Duplex. I always find it's an age group thing. So if you get that super young crowd and they get pumped up with liquor, they're going to go off the rails a little quicker than those of us that have been around. We're a little more seasoned. I just, you know what I mean? When liquor is a new thing in your life, you easily can go off the rails.
Yes.
So it's always that. Like, I hate to use the word amateur, but,
Yeah.
So that's what it is. And it's a variable. You don't know. But I got to say, I've really had, like, just the greatest experience at Brandy's. I mean, it's my favorite. But I got to say, during COVID, they have really come through in the most amazing ways. Establishment and customers. Now, I want to take a quick moment and acknowledge some of our people that are on. Chef Pamplin, as I said, Hector Garcia, he is in Miami, or sometimes he is in Kentucky. Janet Betta, she is in Connecticut. George Fernandez, also Miami, Kentucky guy, because George and Hector are together. And Frank Udiciani, who is my friend from childhood, version of his young boyfriend self. So I want to acknowledge Frankie. And Joe, now, so your week is busy. We're going to, if we want to follow Joe Regan, how do we follow Joe Regan?
You can Facebook page.
Okay,
And,
Joseph.
and on there, and I'm also on everything, Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, but I only really go on because I'm old, so I only go on Facebook a lot.
I'm older than you, Joe.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, Joe.
No, I turned 60 on May 1st.
Well, I'm going to be 59 on May 21st, so
See,
I'm
I
right
told you,
behind you.
I'm a year older than you.
I thought you were younger than me. I'm right behind you. I'm on your heels, Joe. I'm always going to be on your heels.
As a matter of fact, on Friday, May 30th, the day before my birthday, I'm playing at Mimi's, and a lot of people are going to be stopping in to say, to raise a glass and say, happy birthday, old man.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm not working that night myself, I will stop by as well. You're a Gemini like me, Joe.
No, I'm Taurus.
Oh, you are?
May 1st.
Oh, okay, May 1st, because you said May 30th. So
Yeah,
I thought
I'm
that
sorry.
was your birthday.
And
Okay.
April 30th is the day before my birthday.
Okay. April 30th will be the night that people are stopping.
I'm playing at Mimi's, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Joe, I can't thank you enough for being on the show. We're going to bring on another wonderful performer and lovely, lovely, lovely human being. Ge Enrique is following you. Oh, my God.
Great.
When I said lovely,
Oh, hi.
I had no idea how lovely. Look at you.
I knew I was going to be here, so I had to put on my best dress for you, Maria.
You are gorgeous.
Oh, well, thank you. You're gorgeous. And
Well,
Joe is gorgeous.
Joe
I've
really
been
is
saying
gorgeous.
Hey, G, how are you? I think I've ever met you before.
I don't think that we've met either. Hi, I'm Ge Enrique, if you nasty. It's very good to meet you, Joe.
G is now playing at Uncle Charlie's.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Charlie's every other Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Bringing my own shit show.
Yes.
See, when you were talking about the shit show before, that's anytime I play piano, it's going to be a shit show. That's a guarantee.
Well, in a good way.
really?
Drink is on me.
In a good way.
In the best way.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
So, G, now there's a little bit of an echo, but I think it's because of the. I don't know. Maybe.
How about that? Is that gone now? Is the echo gone?
No, it's a little bit, but it's coming from my side. That I think when we plug in music. But did you want to do a number? Did you want to start with a number?
Oh, I wasn't planning on it.
Oh, okay, but you don't have to. Do you have earplugs that you can plug in?
I have, I have my headphones that I'm using.
Okay. I don't know what.
Should I try a little bit of a different setup? You want to give me to the count of 30 and I'll come back and it'll be perfect?
Yeah, let's try that. I don't know why sometimes there's an echo when a new person comes on. It might just be your big personality.
That's probably what it is.
And you do look stunning. I'm not going to
Me,
lie.
but you're also hearing the voice in my head.
Well, and listen, I'm a Gemini, so there's two of us. So there's that.
Oh, good.
All right, pop back in 30 seconds, and we'll send Joe off with a big hug. You've never met G. G is amazing.
Now, yeah, where do you know him from? Just from...
From the Duplex. G
he plays at the Duplex, too?
plays at the Duplex and has for a long time. And I think G also plays at not Mama's, I'm sorry. Brandy's from time to time has filled in. And now Uncle Charlie's, and does their own show on virtually now, has their own show. And it doesn't matter where they are in the country, they usually have a virtual show. Very, very fun. So, yeah.
I have to see. And he works at Uncle Charlie's, too.
Yes. Yeah. So there's a lot of things starting back up, so it's going to be really cool. All right. So, Joe, I'm so glad that we got to spend some time with you.
I wish I could have come like you used to, like come peek to your apartment and then you would eat.
Well, listen, as soon as everybody is vaccinated and it is safe to do so, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to start having some people in the audience here with me. And, of course, I cook because I cook for the show anyway. And you are always invited, Joe. Just let me know. Just say, listen, I'm off this particular Tuesday. Can I come back in person?
Yeah.
And we will get it done.
Oh, thank you so much, Maria.
And I love you. I'm so happy to see you again. I miss
love you, too.
And we'll see each other soon. Okay?
Absolutely.
I'll try to make that 30th.
Yeah, oh, great. That sounds great.
April 30th. All right, Joe.
Oh, my gosh, you're losing your voice.
Yeah.
Take a cough drop.
I just need a little while.
To
There
get
I
her
am.
put back together. All right.
All right, and we'll
Thank you
talk
for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. It's
All right,
so
I'll
great
talk
to
to you
see
soon.
you. Love you,
Okay.
honey. Bye. Okay, so sometimes there are challenges with the. Let's just check in with who's with the sound, and it's I don't know. It could be anything. I want to bring G back on in a minute. I just want to say Mark Sittler has joined us. Oh my goodness, there's Jennifer Pace has joined us. Vincenzo D'Amato, Leo Rodriguez. There he is.
Leo, mi amor, ¿cómo está, mijo?
G.
Mi pozole porcelito.
Okay, all right. So when I was talking, G.
How's the echo? Is the echo gone? Can you still
Gone.
hear the voice in my head?
Yes.
You know what it was? It was this little bastard. Beef Wellington was repeating everything I was saying.
Again?
He's in trouble. He's in trouble now.
Gee, may I just seriously? You are stunning.
Thank you.
You look like you're going to the Academy Awards or something.
What if I am? I'm not nominated for anything. I'm just going.
Just show up
They're going to be
anyway.
like, can somebody get them out of here?
So Beef Wellington is.
I'll be walking around like this the whole time. Oh, no one will know. Hi. I'm Annie Hathaway. It's so nice to meet you.
You do have a little Annie Hathaway thing going on there. You're right, because you're very
Right? The very shaved Les Mis.
Yeah, very sleek.
Very sleek. I'm very I'm heavily addicted to drugs, and I've had all my teeth pulled out.
And the
so it's all
what
great.
do they call this? A décollage or the neckline?
I don't know, but I love it. I have a décollage.
I think it's a décollage or something like that. It's like there's a word. We'll have to look it up, but it's
That word is above my education level, Maria.
I learned it from my gay boy designers, so I never even knew it existed.
Is it a décolletage? Hi, Jay.
I don't know. Jay Rivera. Speaking
Jay
of,
will know. Jay will know. Jay, is it a décolletage or lage?
well, you know what? Somebody look that up. What is it? What is a neckline right here? It's some beautiful word. Anyways, you are stunning. Now, what is the setup you have there? Are you home right now?
I am. My secret is that I'm at home. If you could see, I'll show you the rest of the basement because I have this set up to make it look so nice. It's like, oh my gosh, they must be like rich or something. But really where I am is I'm in the basement of my apartment, which is very Clarice Starling should be here. Like Hannibal Lecter is in the corner. I'll show you. Look. Watch. Are you ready? So it's like, oh look, everything's beautiful. Oh, what a gorgeous home. And then it's just like...
I know.
Unsolved fucking mysteries around here. It's just like, put the laundry in the basket. And I'm like, oh.
We all have that setup. Trust me. We all have the frame, and then on the sidelines, like boxes, I have the same thing. Trust me.
It's all a ruse. It's all a ruse.
We just have to. This is all that has to be. Now, you've been the whole time during COVID. I always, if I catch you, because I follow you, so it comes up when you're live. And if I can, I watch it. You've been doing live shows by yourself for so many weeks. And I want to thank you because it always puts me in a good mood. So,
oh, well, good.
Thank you. And I got to tell you, in the very beginning, I was so freaked out by this. And rightfully so, we were all freaked out. But I would just pop you on, and I would always feel better. You would always calm me down. So I want to thank you personally for literally keeping my blood pressure where it should be. Because
thank you.
Funny and talented, and you're just a giant heart to me. You're just a big-hearted person. So thank you for that.
Of course. Well, it's my plan. What are we here for with our talents if not to gift them to the world in times of darkness?
Right. And I want to talk about another thing that you were doing when you went back to Seattle. You were cooking a lot live.
I was cooking quite a little bit, and cooking still here too, especially during the quarantine business.
Right.
So we'll do like our quarantine cooking. Oh, décolletage. Joseph says.
Okay. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you. I knew Joe would know.
Must come from collar. The colle probably is the collar, right? So that's what you have. A very beautiful décolletage.
Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to tell my mom.
She's going to appreciate that. That has a name. It has a name. Now, you still do the weekly show? every week?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still doing weekly shows on the Duplex Piano Bar and Cabaret, Duplex Cabaret and Piano Bar Facebook page.
Wonderful.
Every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we do a show called The Shit Show, because wherever I am, there you are.
There you are.
And so we do that every week. Yep.
Okay, so 4 p.m. every Friday. And it usually goes 4 to 6?
Either 6 or 7,
Okay.
yes.
All right. And that is always, always, always fun. And you also take requests, right? So,
Oh, I sure do.
okay, so people can Venmo you their requests. So if you're watching G, you can Venmo G something you want to hear, and the Venmo will be right underneath there scrolling, and then literally G sees your request and will play it. And
And then I butcher it for you, and it's beautiful.
it's not
perfect.
butchered. You're wonderful. I know.
And I can play Call Me Maybe in any key that you want. Any key.
Really?
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, that is good to know, because I've often wondered, could anybody play this in any key? And it's usually
Yeah.
Call Me Maybe. Yeah.
Always.
Now, tell us about Uncle Charlie's, honey. So that's where we get to see you live.
Yes, that's where I'm live currently. So I'm there every other Saturday. So I was there this past Saturday. So I will be there again on the 24th of April. And they are open again. They are open Wednesday through Saturday. And they have piano bar on Friday from 6 to 10:30. And on Saturday from 6 to 10:30. And our mutual friend Patty, Patty.
Patty on the piano, Patty Connolly.
Patty on the piano. Yes, Patty is there on Fridays. Every
love
Friday you will see Patty there. And every other Saturday, the past few Saturdays, when I'm not there, it's been our good friend Greg Schlotthauer.
Schlotty, as I refer to him as. Greg
Yes.
Schlotthauer. Oh,
So it's just a bevy of beautiful pianists.
yes. Now, there you go. Now, tell us the address again if we want to find Uncle Charlie's.
I don't know the exact address, but I could tell you that it's on 45th Street between Lexington and 3rd.
Oh, so that
or
is...
between Lexington and whatever the next avenue is.
Which would be 3rd, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Or
I've
if-
only lived here for 20 years. I'm still not sure. Do
No.
not ask me for directions.
Listen, the east side always throws me off. Throws me off. So once, I think it's like Park, Lex, 3rd. That's how it goes. Madison.
You know what I learned? I learned it makes no sense, but the trick I learned was 3 little pigs make 5.
What's that
So that
mean?
you've got 3rd Avenue is 3, Lexington is little,
Oh.
Park is pigs,
Oh.
Make is Madison, and then you hit 5th Avenue.
Wow.
It makes no sense.
No,
But
it
look at
doesn't.
that.
But you
139 East 45th, like I said.
Okay. You're right. Absolutely. So go and do they have food as well?
You can get and are required to get food.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah,
Yes.
we have to do it at Brandy's. We have little snacks
Right.
too.
Little snacks. We got hot dogs. It's great.
Now, I want to say something else about you, which, I mean, this goes along with me telling everybody how wonderful you are, because I know you personally. I know what a big-hearted person you are. But you do something that is just amazing to me. You on your page, if a person goes on G. Enrique's page on Facebook, you are so amazing about promoting other performers. You always are always letting people know where other performers are. And I think that that is an incredible quality. You know, like this young lady, right?
Leo, don't show them my page.
Leo, don't do
You're going
it.
to see such trash.
No,
Find the one post, Leo. Find the post.
but anyway, you people that are at the townhouse, you show people that are Uncle Charlie's, at Mama's, you're always promoting people. And I just think that's a really great thing to do. So
I think it's so important. I think it's really important, you know? Everyone's got to know what everyone's up to and how. I mean, even though we're still in the midst of a pandemic, you know, there's still so many great opportunities to still see things and experience music and shows and things like that. It's tough, but the great thing that is so amazing and something that I know you've brought up before in your past shows is just like how on top of this stuff artists are and keeping things going so that people have something to escape, you know,
absolutely.
too.
It's mind-blowing. I am so in awe of it, people that are doing this. And it's helped me as a performer and just as a civil, you know, even if I wasn't a performer, just knowing that there's life out there and people are bringing so much of their artistry, you know, even in hard times. Like, we haven't made much money and we're still performing. We still want to be doing what we're doing. That to me says a lot, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Now we have to take a moment because we have to do the part of our show. I know you are an amazing cook, so you will appreciate this. This is the part of our show called Go Ahead, Keep Eating.
Keep eating.
So the three of us will be doing this on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Keep eating.
Keep eating.
Okay, so what did I make tonight?
What did you make tonight? I'm so excited.
I always like to throw something together. So, Joe's back. I love it. Hi, Joe. So tonight this is what I did today. I took a friend of mine to drop off some artwork. She is moving out of town. So she said, I have all this stuff in my freezer. I'm going to give it to you because I'm moving in 2 days. So she gave me crab. Anyway, this is what I made. Because I'm not going to get into that's too long of a story. So tonight I took crab, shrimp, and I sauteed it with Thai chili sauce, and I put it over cauliflower rice, and there's some peas in there, scallions, and corn. And it smells delicious, I'm not going to lie. So, sadly, I'm going to be the only one eating that. And then, for a salad, I have arugula with red peppers, radishes, little baby cucumbers, and slices of Parmesan shavings. And I'm going to put a fig-infused vinegar on that and a Sicilian lemon olive oil, which I get from this amazing company. I want to give them a shout out. It's called New England Olive Oil Company. I cannot say enough about. They make all these great olive oils and vinegars. So check them out. So I've made that.
Let me see how small the shavings are. Let me see how small those little shavings are.
Well, just little shavings, of Parmesan cheese. I mean, I'm Italian. Parmesan cheese is in my blood. And then just very simple peanut butter chocolate cookies. Oh, I love peanut butter. Does anybody else love peanut butter?
I can't stop eating it. It's the one thing that I just can't stop eating. It used to be Doritos, but since my doctor told me that my liver was becoming foie gras and I needed to change things around, I said, you know what? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. And it's good on everything. I put it on apples, celery, everything.
I'm going to ask you something controversial.
Oh, no.
Have you ever had peanut butter and pickles?
I have not. Is it good? Should I try it?
It's like one of my favorite things to do is eat peanut butter and pickles.
I do like pickles. What kind of pickles?
I use kosher dill.
That's my favorite. I like the half kosher. Like the Clausens.
Mm-hmm.
I am willing to get. Anybody else, gentlemen? Have you tried?
I can eat peanut butter, but I do like regular dill, sourdough pickles.
Okay. How about you, Joe? Do you like peanut butter on everything?
I do. I've never had peanut butter and pickles, but I love peanut butter and I love pickles, so ergo.
I'll give it a try. I'm always willing to give it a try.
Peanut butter pickle sandwich. Can't go wrong.
Jay, you have in your secret recipes, do you use peanut butter in your mole?
Wow. I saw you make mole one time on a Facebook Live, and I was so impressed.
I've never made mole, but I have made an enchilada sauce.
Oh, okay, maybe that's it. Wait, no, but
mole.
It's like a mole, right?
But I haven't made like traditional mole with chocolate or coffee or any of those other delicious flavors.
Maybe it was I thought it was mole, but it was just. I love watching you cook. It's so relaxing to me.
Oh, well, thank you. I try to channel my inner Julia Child and relax everybody.
Do you have a favorite type of food that you cook, or do you just cook across the board?
I sort of cook across the board, but my favorite meal to cook is always Thanksgiving. And I base it off of Julia Child and Jacques Pepin's Thanksgiving special.
Really?
So that's how I learned how to butcher a turkey and cook it up and make everything from scratch.
And so you learn to cook from watching other people, obviously.
Yeah, from watching videos, and then for some stuff, watching my mother. Any Mexican dish I know how to make, I learned how to make from my white mother.
Isn't that something?
Because my Mexican grandmother made sure that she learned my Mexican father.
But you know what? That's exactly how Italians are. If an Italian man marries a non-Italian woman, his mother will be there every day showing her how to cook for her son. So I guess it's the same with Mexicans.
It must be the same kind of thing, because that's what my abuela did.
I love it. Okay, so we have about maybe 6 minutes left to our show. Now, I am feeling hopeful about our futures. I really am. I think it's not going to be a totally smooth, like, all of a sudden one day it's just we're back to our lives. I think there's going to take some adjusting, and there's going to be, but do you folks feel that that people are ready for us again, or that we're ready to get back out there? Do you feel, because I got to tell you, I know a lot of performers that are also feeling like, I don't know if I'm ready to leave my house. Somebody said that to me yesterday. We've adjusted so well to being virtual that it is an adjustment to get back out there. Do either of you feel that?
I'm ready.
Okay. You're ready, and that's it. And G, what do you think?
I mean, I would also say that I am ready. I am going back out there every now and then. I think it'll be a lot better in the towards the end of the summer, mid to end of the summer / early fall is when it's going to be comfortable for a lot more people.
Yeah.
I would say. I think, what I think it is? I think the second Dr. Fauci says, I will feel comfortable now eating in a restaurant, right, I think that will make people be like, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I am a fan of Dr. Fauci's, I will say. I do listen to what he says. So far he's been pretty right about a lot of stuff.
And I feel like there's a lot of anxiety built up over the past year. So even if it might be particularly safe, especially if you're like vaccinated, mm-hmm, it's also sort of just like then the mental thing of like, you've been cooped up for a year. So then it's like, am I really, it can make you feel very anxious just stepping outside.
Well, that's what I was referring to. That's exactly what I was referring to, because a lot of people I've spoken to are, whether they're in our line of work or not, but the people that I tend to gravitate towards are other entertainers, and I those are the people I really love. So I've been talking to a lot of them, and a lot of people are saying, I've gotten so used to, being here that I have to really adjust my mind, and there's been a lot of anxiety. A lot of people are suffering from depression that never did before, because it's been a strange time. And so what advice would you give to anyone, teachers, students, performers, anyone that is trying to get back out there but is having some resistance? What would you say? G, let's start with you.
I suppose I would simply say that it's really important to recognize that every single one of us has been through quite a lot of trauma over the past year, to varying degrees for different reasons, but we all have shared trauma around the pandemic and what that has caused for everybody, every single person. So I think that it's really important to recognize that as things start to get back to normal, that we are all dealing with the same trauma and that we are all going to deal with it in different ways. So don't be afraid to really address that, to do what you need to do to address that, to get help if you need it, to talk to people if you need to talk to people, whatever it is, because it is going to be, it's very easy to think, oh, it'll end and I'll be fine. But nobody's fine right now. So I think just really honoring that in yourself and being able to do what you need to do to work through it, and know that you are loved and supported, and you have that system there, friends, family, whatever it is, to help you through it.
That was beautifully said, and thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. That's what I mean by you always make me feel better. I really do. It's true, because it's like we've all witnessed something collectively as a people, and then collectively as New Yorkers, as performers. Then you break it down into little sections. And it is trauma. You're right. And so we're adjusting to getting back out there. There's a lot of joy and there's a lot of fear in it, but to acknowledge what we have seen and experienced. Joe, what do you want to add something to that?
Gee, you said it so eloquently. I can't say anything else.
Right.
That was very well put. As a matter of fact, I'm going to listen to this when we're done and transcribe it.
No.
and let people know what you said. It was wonderful.
It's absolutely true. It's because I've been talking to so many people. Because I'm a talker. I can't shut up. I even talk when I'm by myself. But and and I love when people tell the truth and say like, well, this is how I'm feeling, and I always like exhale because I think, thank God I'm not the only one. Okay. And then once we know that we're not alone in our feelings of elation, of relief, of stress, of as you eloquently said, trauma, because it is to have been survivors of something like this there's a spookiness to it, and the city has been really it's been through a lot. But I just that's another reason why I get so emotional, because of the vaccines, because we're going back. And because people have been so kind, I feel this just huge relief. Like, it's going to be okay. It's like that, like when you're at the end of a disaster movie and all of a sudden the credits are rolling and that beautiful music is swelling and you're like, you start crying and you're like, it's going to be okay, So that's kind of how I'm feeling. So I want to thank both of you so much. It's been a great show. Leo, yes, please.
I do have a question.
Of course.
I gotta ask about the cat.
The cat with the human face. What would you like to know about this cat?
I would like to know.
I should have printed a picture of it out.
Wait, I think Leo has it.
Leo, do you have a picture of the cat? All right. Look at this thing.
Oh my God! So
it's real. That's a real beast.
Oh, that's your neighbor's cat?
I don't know where it came from or whose it is. This is what I was doing.
Oh my God.
This will be a very quick story. So I was using an app called Marco Polo. That's not an advertisement, but it's like a video chat kind of app.
Yeah.
So I was doing it with my friend. I was recording my video and I looked and I saw this cat and I had to be like, can we pause for 1 second? You need to look at this thing. And I was like, this cat has a person's face. Now, I was stoned. But as you can all clearly see, that cat is really just sitting there ready to do freaking
who knows?
The musical Cats.
It does look like something from the musical Cats. Okay, so we have come to the end of our show. I want to thank Jim Bell, our producer and engineer. I want to thank Joe Rocks of Armed Radio. They're the big cheeses there. I want to thank Ge Enrique, Joe Regan, of course, Leo Rodriguez. Where would I be without Leo? And the cat with the human face. We've had a wonderful show. I love you folks, and thank you for being here.
Love you, Maria.
Love you. Let's carry on.
Love you, Leo. Love you, Joe.
It's fine.